Leander ISD's police chief is on administrative leave today after the state claimed that she and the department were not properly vetting the officers working in Leander schools. The Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, or TCOLE, also recommended that Chief Shay Rogers lose her law enforcement license for a year. Those notices from the state to the district came 2 days after a KXAN investigation looking into that same police department.
And the department just started operating last school year. KXAN investigator Grace Reeder walks through what she found and the response to this new development.
All right, the minutes have been approved.
The leader of Leander ISD's newly created police department, Chief Shay Rogers, was put on administrative leave after the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, or TCOLE, said it found the district was not properly vetting officers.
I would be questioning, what are you doing? Who did you hire? What were the qualifications for the person that you did hire?
TCOLE sent 2 notices to Leander ISD last Friday. One, a petition to have the chief's license suspended because the state says multiple times she, quote, failed to properly request, obtain, and review personnel files and other employment records submitted from previous law enforcement agencies. The state claimed the chief also didn't properly obtain things like fingerprints and criminal records.
And all opposed?
TCOLE said in a separate notice that it intends to fine the department $15,000 because it found that 381 out of 480 records sent to the district during hiring processes were not opened or viewed. The district has 20 days to appeal. In an email obtained by KXAN, Superintendent Chris Clark wrote this to police staff. Chief Rogers has been placed on administrative leave pending further investigation. Assistant Chief Baskerville will serve in the role of acting chief until further notice. Student and staff safety remains a priority for Leander ISD.
For a department that's right at a year old or a little over a year old, for the licensing agency to already be looking at you should be concerning.
That's Dennis Ferris, the president of the Austin Retired Police Officers Association. He's also a Leander resident and former Leander ISD parent, which is why he had more than one current or former LISD PD officer reach out to him with concerns before the results of the state findings were out.
And once I got involved in it, I was really shocked.
We also spoke to 2 former LISD PD officers as part of our investigation. Both quit at the end of last school year, and both had more than 2 decades of law enforcement experience. They didn't want to go on camera, but told us among the reasons they left the department, they didn't have the equipment they needed to do their jobs that first year, like a rifle or a way to file reports. The district pointed to its reliance on previous partnerships with other agencies for those items, partnerships which are being cut this year. The district says officers will now be issued department rifles and a way to take those reports by the start of this school year. The former officers we spoke with also had concerns about retention. We looked through TCOLE data, which shows the district lost 8 officers, or half of the people it employed that first year. The district now responding, quote, "We do not dispute that LISD PD has experienced turnover, as is common with many growing law enforcement agencies. Employees leave organizations for a variety of personal and professional reasons." We also learned through those same TCOLE records that the district has hired 6 additional people this summer, including an assistant chief with 2 decades of law enforcement experience. That same assistant chief now temporarily in charge. As part of our investigation, we also learned through private emails between district officials shared with KXAN, the district has already initiated some changes behind closed doors. Under the condition of anonymity, one former officer shared this email from Human Resources with us, which is centered around an unsubstantiated complaint we're not reporting, but also said, quote, "The investigation did confirm examples of poor operational functionality, discrepancies with training and procedures, lack of communication, as well as concerns with the overall organizational structure and leadership. Corrective measures will be taken." We also received emails from another former officer that indicate the district initiated a third-party review of the, quote, "climate and culture within the police and emergency management departments this summer." The district did not release any details about that review to us other than confirming it was done. We've requested the results anyway through a Texas Public Information Act request.
We received initial concerns in May from 2 former police department employees. We immediately reviewed our processes to ensure effectiveness. While we did find some areas for growth, we did not find any evidence of unethical or unlawful conduct.
That response released by the district last week in lieu of granting KXAN investigators the interviews we requested. The district instead published our questions along with their answers online, along with this video featuring Clark.
Recently, we received questions about Leander ISD's police department. First, I want to assure our families that students and staff are safe.
We reached out to every member of the Leander ISD board and only heard back from board member Paul Gauthier, who called our findings disappointing.
What I hope is that we protect the kids. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Grace Reeder, KXAN Investigates.
And when we asked the district about that ongoing TCOLE investigation last week, before these notices were shared with the district said, quote, during the spring 2026 semester, Leander ISD Police Chief Rogers informed incoming Superintendent Chris Clark of a prior TCOLE inquiry regarding the department's background investigation processes for new officers. At the time of this discussion, the employee whose practices were under review was no longer employed by the district. TCOLE did confirm with KXAN that another person formerly with Leander ISD PD did receive a reprimand tied to that. That is basically a warning. We've asked the district today if it has anything to add. It said that it's working on additional statements. We'll keep you posted at KXAN.com.